Hey everyone, it's me, Arthur Kade, one of the funniest men in show business, Craig Robinson. You are.
Thank you very much.
You can be humble, but you are.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
And I got to tell you, we were just joking around before we went on camera. I was watching your Watch What Happens live segment. I would say it's not even a segment, it's a full episode. And you were on with, talk about a cool person to be paired with. You were on with Charlie Sheen.
The Charlie Sheen.
The
machine.
Charlie Sheen.
It was awesome, man. He couldn't have been more, gracious and nice. And we just had a ball. Just went out there and kicked it.
Everyone always asks, I'm going to be promoting your project heavy, but what's Charlie Sheen like behind the scenes? When you get to meet with this guy, what's he like?
Look, Charlie Sheen called me several years ago. I was still in the office, and he was about to do anger management. And he was like telling me about the model, how he's going to do it like the Tyler Perry model. He was like, and I want you to be a part of it. And at the time, I was just under contract with NBC, so I couldn't do it. But I was just like on the phone, like, Charlie Sheen just called me out the blue. And he's cool with Jeff Ross, who's a friend of mine, so that's how he got the number and stuff. But when I saw him yesterday, I was like, I wonder if he remembers. And I went to say hello. He was like, remember when I called you? So that's who he is. He's cool, he's humble, he's a really nice guy.
You got a great new show coming out on Spike TV. I was watching the previews for this thing. It looks hilarious. It reminds me, there's a show I love with Billy Eichner called Billy on the Street.
Love Billy.
Billy's the man.
Kills it.
Kills it. I feel like you're doing Billy Eichner, but with music and a van.
I wish I could be as funny as Billy Eichner. No, it's Karaoke Showdown, and it's the people make the show because they're doing karaoke in the car and they're put on the spot and they're all great sports about it. So they laugh at themselves and we have a good time, man.
How hard is it when you're driving around in this van and finding these people to get the best out of them? You probably, I'm imagining you have to go through hundreds of people to find the ones that are going to make the show.
It's, like I said, they put them on the spot and they're all game. If you're game, then you got a really good chance because the games are set up so that if you have some fun and play around with it, you can go far. But some of it is like remembering the words to songs, and a lot of them don't know the songs, so that could be troubling. But then you got a chance later on to come back and guess the words, or guess or do whatever, or sing with marshmallows in your mouth or whatever it is, and then you could win like big money that way.
You've done it all. You've had a successful run with film. You have been on iconic television shows. What makes you want to take on a project like this? When does it click that I'm going to do this thing?
My manager called me and said, Howie Mandel wants you to give him a call. What? So love Howie Mandel. Called him up. Howie's like, this project, Caraoke Showdown, we think you'd be great to host it, with your music background and this, that, and the other. And it just sounded like so much fun. And it was definitely an undertaking, but each step was like, okay, this is something special. This is fun.
I'm always curious. You'd mentioned Howie Mandel. When you're a comedian and you get to meet your comedic heroes, do you have any great stories around meeting your comedic heroes and that experience?
I don't really. I mean,
it has to be.
I met. I had never met Eddie Murphy. Okay, then I did Shrek Forever After. And like Eddie is like, at the top for me. And so I met him, and I was just like, he was real nice, just chill. And I like to meet people and step out the way. But I had never seen him, and I think I saw him one time, but I never like hung out with him. So I met him at the Shrek. We were signing autographs. It was a press conference, whatever. And then the next day, somebody's driving around a drop-top Bentley, and I'm like, well, and there's a black dude. I was like, there's got to be somebody I know. And I look, and it was Eddie Murphy. I was like, hey. He was like, what's up, man? So that's about the biggest story. But it was. I just thought it was crazy how I'd never seen him, and then all of a sudden I see him twice, one random and one at a planned event.
When do you realize you're funny? When do you realize this is going to be a career?
A career? I was in college, and I was a bit with the comedy bug. And I just knew at that point, like, because I was in college, I was going for music, and I thought I was going to be, Luther Vandross or somebody, and then all of a sudden, comedy swooped in. I was like, nope, you telling jokes.
You've got a really cool movie coming out, Table 19. You've got pretty much everybody funny in the movie imaginably. Great young stars. What's everybody getting with Table 19?
Anna Kendrick, Lisa Kudrow, Stephen Merchant, June Squibb,
You just went IMDb on me.
Tony
right there.
Revolori, Wyatt Russell. Yeah, it's we filmed it in Atlanta like a year and a half or so ago, and yeah, it's about to come out, and we go, it's the reject table at a wedding reception is what it's about.
So walk me through what happens when you're at the reject table at a wedding reception.
Well, the train wreck ensues. You can imagine.
When you look at comedy today, it's a whole. You went through the traditional comedy landscape where you worked your way up and started getting roles and booking bigger gigs, and now you're Craig Robinson. But it's a whole different world right now. There's YouTube. There's Vine. People are being made overnight right now. Do you like it? Do you not like what's happening?
A hustle is a hustle, and it's the landscape. It's it is what it is. What can I say? I don't have a problem with it because I do enjoy a lot of these Vine stars. I watch the videos. Melvin Gregg and it's a whole crew like King Batch and all those cast members, and they all get in each other's videos, so it's a lot of respect there. So I do enjoy what they're doing. I like what they've done with, what they've been offered. Here's 6 seconds, here's 15 seconds, here's a minute, boom, and they make it good. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, man.
We had
La La, shout out. Blame it on Quay, shout out.
Yeah, you guys are getting shout outs.
Yeah, it's some. I mean, I'm sitting there watching these people. Yeah.
Would your comedy career have been different had that been available to you back then? Would you have taken advantage of it?
No, probably not. I just, I mean, for me, it's just about being lazy. Like, I get these ideas for some videos, but then it's like, I'm just not inspired to do it.
One man who was not lazy was our outgoing president, President Obama, and he gave a speech of a lifetime this year. This week. Well, this year, he's given many this year and this week. Talk to me about Obama, your thoughts, legacy, seeing that speech and saying goodbye.
Don't go. Hang out. I don't know, these, last few days, let's see what, if he grants clemency to some people and, what his last act will be. But it's been an honor just like, having him as president.
Have you had the chance to meet him?
Never got to meet him. I did have one chance. There was a dinner for him in LA, but it coincided with my family reunion, and I was hosting that year in New Orleans. So it was like, oh, should I leave and come back? But I stayed and hosted.
Your favorite moment throughout your career so far? I always love asking people this. For a comedian, they're always something goofy or funny. What's been Craig Robinson's favorite moment?
Oh, my favorite moment, was probably I went to Atlantic City. And I was doing comedy, and I was in the condo, and I got the news that I had got a part on Tyler Perry's movie, Daddy's Little Girls, and also Knocked Up. It all came in the same day, so it was just like, I was elated.
You're like, I'm employed for a while.
well, it was just I just auditioned for these parts, and it was like some of my earliest auditions that I got. So yeah, that was pretty special.
My final question. Oscars are coming up, and obviously last year the Oscars were dominated by Oscar So White. I feel like we're having such a great change of pace this year. There's so much more diversity.
There's a lot, yeah.
Do you feel like opportunities for not only African Americans, but people all across the board, is it changing right now? Are more opportunities being created? Was Oscar So White a good thing?
I suppose, I don't know exactly what created what, but with people like Issa Rae out there and Donald Glover, and people making movies like Moonlight, it's been amazing to watch. And I think now that you see, not that that's the first stuff out there, but I think it's so bold and so different, like a show like Atlanta or like Insecure. I think it's like really got people going, hey, okay, let's do some more of this. Hollywood will exploit. So let's see what happens.
Man. They come around. So everybody go see this man's show, Karaoke Showdown.
Yes.
It's driving a van. Craig Robinson in a van is enough reason to see it, and then people singing along is even more reason to see it. Congratulations,
Thank
man.
you very
Spike TV.
Thank you.